Jadilo mundi lunchita keshaha Kashayam parabahu krudaveshaha Pashyanna pichana pashyadi mudhaha Udara nimittam bahu krudaveshaha. In the name of spirituality, in the name of, instead of culturing their inner thoughts and mind and emotion, this man, what is he doing? Jadilaha. He started growing his hair. Jadila means one who has got a jada. So unfortunately, the measure of spirituality is the length of your hair. If you have a longer hair and longer beard, you are a very spiritual person. So you say some people think their spirituality depends upon the length of their hair. They grow it, they tie it, they put some paste and then they look like a interesting thing. So he says, Jadilaha, there are people whose spirituality is confined to their jada. Jadilaha. And another person is Mundi, because you need many religions. See, one person is growing his hair and he has some disagreement with him. He starts his own religion. What is that? His religion is shaven head. Instead of the jada, he shaves his head. So he says, Jadilaha Mundi. Another person is a shaven head. That is religion. Nothing inside. It's all outside. Extroverted religiosity. And then third person, Lunchida Kesha. He neither grows his hair, nor he shaves his hair. What he does is plucks his hair. Every month he will pluck his hair, and I think that is his spirituality. So Shankara has in mind the Hindu sannyasi Jadilaha, a Buddhist sannyasi Mundi, a Jaina sannyasi Lunchida Kesha. All the three he has in mind. You see, when we think of a sannyasi, our idea is a long hair and all that. Old rishis. So Shankara has traveled all over the country. He has seen many hypocrites, many showing people who show off, and is disgusted with all this. Nobody has the beauty of thought, the clarity of thinking. Nobody has any study, the scriptures. Nobody has the inner beautification or inner culturing. And therefore he says, he is pulling up all these people. Jadilo Mundi Lunchita Keshaha. And another person, Kashayambar. They drape themselves in ochre robes. Kashaya, he himself is an ochre robed Swami. He himself is a shaven head. Shankara used to shave his head and used to wear ochre robes. Even then he says, there are a lot of false, bad coins in the market. All the 500 rupee note you get is not the original one. You must see it. You must see it through. Then if you have all the signs, then alone receive it. Otherwise, those notes must be coming from printed in Pakistan. They will come here and pose for the real notes. And people may give you free also, just for small considerations. But never take that they are false, wrong coins, he says. They have no authority at all. They have no legal tender. They are all false coins going around. So, Kashayambaram, wearing. So, any Kashayambara, you don't have to take him as a Swami. You have to test. You have to ask him, can you teach me Bhagavad Gita? And if you cannot, you cannot give him marks. He must have some quality. Otherwise, he cannot be called. Simply because he is wearing these external signs and signals, he does not become a spiritual person. Then you may ask, why are they taking all this trouble? Why did they do that? There is a reason. Because this man failed in his exam and his father threw him out. So he came up in an ashram and became a sannyasi. Another person, his wife threw him out. Useless idiot, get out of my life. He goes and becomes a sannyasi. So most of the people are the rejected from society. In our own society, a sannyasa has become a dustbin. All the useless come there. And they are not productive people. Once upon a time, sannyasis were the highly intellectual people. They were very creative. They were the life impulse or the pulse of the society. Now they have become all useless people. Shankara himself says, 7th to 8th century. Now it is the 21st century. You can see, they say there are 10 million sannyasis in our country. And only maybe couple of thousand are the real authority for sannyasa. The rest are all rejects from society. And there is a saying, asamartho bhavadi sannyasi. The useless become the sannyasi. Asamartho bhavadi sannyasi. If you cannot do anything, then you come here. So therefore, why are they doing this? Udara nimittam bahugrada vesha, I say. It's all for petke vaste, they say. It's for their belly's sake. They have to do something. And they cannot do anything. Therefore they become a sannyasi. Shankara says, Pashyan abhijana pashyadi mudaha. This fool does not know that the whole world is full of God. They don't have to change their physical appearance to live in God consciousness. You don't have to change your physical appearance. You don't have to change your name to live in God consciousness. You may change your name, that's for a different purpose, so that others know you are committed yourself to certain lifestyle. When you see a ochre-robed person with a sannyasi name, you know this person is dedicated to certain lifestyle. That is all what it means. It's like an army uniform, police uniform. When the police comes in the uniform, you know, keep away from him. Don't you know that? Because he is in the uniformed person. Similarly, the sannyasa uniform is to remind the sannyasi of his values and the society to help him live those values. But if you don't have those values, external change means nothing. Not only that, it makes you a hypocrite. The Shankara says, Pashyan abhijana pashyadi mudaha. This fool does not know God is living in him. And he has to remember that. And then change his attitudes and behavior. Then alone you become a true sannyasi. This fool does not know God is everywhere. Therefore everybody has to be looked upon as manifestation of God. These radical changes doesn't happen. It is only external, superficial whitewashing. That is the present spirituality, he says. Shankara is bemoaning the state of spirituality. You should know, when did he say that? 8th century. In 8th century, he says all this. So the true sannyasa is an internal change and getting centered in your own spiritual dimension. Now, so Shankara says all these people still have personal private desires. Jadilo, Mundi, Lunchita Kesha, Kashayambara, all private projects. Just to exploit people. Private projects are there. They are not free from the desire. They are still a slave of their desire. They are not desiring for the world. They are desiring for themselves. That's why sannyasis also become very rich. Isn't it? The easiest way to become rich is to become a sannyasi. Therefore, that's not going to help you. It is not, you are deluding, fooling yourself. Shankara says, Pashyan abhijana pashyadi muda. Udara nimittam bahugrada vesha. Now another person, he is an ordinary person. He is not a sannyasi, he is a grahastha. So sannyasa has been brought under severe criticism by, and you should know who is saying this. Shankaracharya himself is a sannyasi. That's why we appreciate. Otherwise we may say, no, he is jealous, or he does not know, he is materialist, he is an atheist and all that. He is not an outside person, he is an inside person criticized. Therefore we have to give due value. And this is true to all religions. Please don't misunderstand only Hindu religion. In the Roman Catholic religion, 400 priests were arrested for child abuse. Can you imagine that? 400 priests were arrested in America for child abuse. Because parents send their children to the priest thinking that he will talk about God and then values and etc. But they don't know. They are asking the fox to take care of the chicken. If the fox takes care of the chicken, you know what will happen. Fox will have a nice time. Similarly, these children were sent to the Roman Catholic priest, and they have got these huge mansion-like churches, And there, they abused these children physically, emotionally. And those children at that time did not know because their parents forced them to go there. And the children says, I won't go. Parents will say, he is again becoming devil, he has become devil's agent. The children will dare not say. They suffered all this. And now when they are grown up, 20, 50 or 30-year-old, they suddenly realize what was done to me was not expected. It was an abuse. And now they filed the cases. Millions of dollars were given to these children as a result of cases, all the cases. And now they discover that was abuse, and 400 priests were defrocked because of their abusive behavior. So don't think that it's only Hinduism. It is there in Christianity. It is there in Islam. In Pakistan, many Islamic mullahs were caught because of child abuse and unearned wealth, abuse of people, their devotees. So it is there. So you should be very, very critical. Don't have blind faith in all those things. Use your critical faculties to sift the real from the unreal. That should not be surrendered at all. So here he says about a grahastha who is still pursuing his egoistic goals, who's still thinking of how to fulfill their desires and irrational, unnecessary desires. Let us see this first.